In 1997, something new was about to be unleashed upon the underground. From the east side of Detroit came a sound that helped lead a musical culture that had never been seen before and will likely not be seen again. Over 20 years later, they're still putting out that wicked shit to a whole new generation. Jamie Madrox and the Monoxide Child. But you can call them TwiZtiD! Welcome to Generation Twisted on the Fago Lovers Network. I'm Brandon Ward of the 20N17 podcast and also Hollowicket 25 and the documentary about Slipknot. But this is a documentary about the one and only demented duo known as Jamie Madrox and the Monoxide Child, but you can call them Twisted, as you heard in the intro. And to get into the documentary, we're going to go all the way back to where it started at, where they came up with the name Twisted and how it all began.
Before the new tour started, I got an unexpected phone call from our homies, Jamie and Paul. They called me at home. Right away, I could tell Jamie was serious as fuck. He's never serious about anything, so when he wasn't playing around, I knew it right away. Bro, after all that shit happened, we did one more show with Brian here in Detroit, and that was it. We quit the group, man. Jamie said, can you help us out? There's no more House of Crazies, man. It's just now me and Paul. You know, can you hook us up? Can we, get together and do something? I was like, yeah, man, we'll hook you up. You know we'll do you up. Little did I know how much my quick decision would go on to affect the future of Psychopathic Records, the Wicked Shit, and the Juggalo world. You guys are the tighter rappers in the group anyway, I explained. We got together with them and they gave me a demo of 3 songs they had already made. Secondhand Smoke, Die Motherfucker Die, and How Does It Feel? I was sold instantly when I heard it. We sat up at our office in Novi and tried to come up with a name for the new group. It's just 2 of you guys now. What should we call you guys, I asked. They had an idea. They wanted to call themselves ISI, which would stand for Infamous Superstars Incorporated. I hated it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't understand what the fuck it meant. It was some kind of comic bookish twist on an idea that they had come up with. I wanted it to be more ruthless, though, and straight to the point. Twisted Deranged. Twisted Deranged, how about that? Then I finally just suggested Twisted. How about just Twisted? TWIZTID.
So that's the real of the real right there. Yep, shouts out for everything they did for us, 100%. But don't get it twisted. Yep, Infamous Superstars Incorporated was me, Jamie Madrox, and Blaze Your Dead Homie. And when ICP came out with a tour, they called us up, asked us what we were doing. We were like, we're in the studio. Joe came through, picked us up, said, let's go kick it. What y'all been recording? We played on motherfucking If You Think Somebody's Dissing You and one other song, and he was straight up. He was like, I want to sign you guys, but I just want you to. So we were like, all right, this is how we going to get on, Blaze. We're going to get on, and as soon as we're on, we're going to fucking put you on. And then we're going to put you on, Killer, and Val, and the whole fucking hood. Like, somebody from the hood got on, right? So we got on. First fucking time they asked us, you know any rappers? The first dude I told them was fucking Eminem. And then the second, I was like, we got nothing but rappers, dude. Our homie Blaze, fucking ROC, like, we got rappers. Anybody kill us, so we brought in Blaze, that homie first. And fucking Alex wanted to call him Fruit Pie the Magician. And this shit was fucking hilarious. But, nope, we came up with that name for him. So, you know, we could go say dumb shit about that. But, and then after that, they asked again, and we were like, yup, anybody Killer. So Killer came in. But ABK used to be known as J-Mo. So we changed J-Mo's name. We're like, your name is going to be Anybody Killer. And you're just the fucking as thug as he can get. You know what I mean? And so that was popping and popping. And, yeah, and anytime they asked, we were like, clink, poop, you need somebody? Here goes Lavelle. He can do this, that. Who ended up being Mr. Realist. Like, that was it. That's what we were destined to do this. We weren't destined to do this with them, but we were destined to do this, and we were lucky to do this with them. Because they could have fucking did it with anybody they wanted to. But they picked us. And that's why they will always be the fucking shit in our hearts. Always. They could have fucking signed Cottonmouth Kings. They could have signed a whole slew of other people. But they were like, we like you guys. And we were fucking honored. And from the minute we signed with them, we died for them. Died. Like nobody else on that record label. Ever. Ever. We rep this shit harder than anybody. Anybody. That's what it was, man. That's just how we were. We'd have killed somebody for them. We'd have died right next to them. And that's on every fucking thing. And they know that. That's why I ain't worried about this little shit. This little shit is little shit. Because we'd have died for each other. And that's as real as it can fucking get.
And you go all the way back to 1997 when that was going down. That's pre-internet days. Unless you had a doctor in the family and can afford $10 a minute AOL back in the day, or had just a shit ton of those free 100-minute AOL discs that you could get back in the day to be able to be on the internet and find out any kind of info. Actually, the first time I'd heard about TwiZtiD is whenever them, ICP, and Psycho Realm all got arrested for that fight at the Waffle House they had way back in the day. If you juggalos that were around back in the day in 97, 98, remember that's pretty much the first time anybody ever saw ICP without their face paint. So that picture, that mugshot of all of them from that Waffle House fight really, really went around a long time. It was kind of juggalo lore. It was one of the only times you could see ICP without their face paint. Yeah, I remember you could find those on like the old school Angel Fire pages back in the day. But that was the first time I heard of TwiZtiD. The first time I actually got to hear music from TwiZtiD was live at the 98 Hallowicked Clown Show in Detroit, Harpo's on Devil's Night 1998. They did a couple songs during the Insane Clown Posse set, and for some reason the opening intro, the Secondhand Smoke of I represent the East Side, no peace, fuck the police, that stuck in my head throughout the entire night of Hallowicked, and then the entire bus ride back home to Owensboro, Kentucky. And as soon as I got back home to Owensboro, Kentucky, I made a beeline to the mall and went to Disc Jockey, one of those old school record stores that had all the Juggalo hookup back in the day, and found the OG Mostasteless, the one with the hood, not the one that was re-released once it came out on Island, but the OG Mostasteless with them with the hoods on the cover. Found that at Disc Jockey, and that was pretty fresh. And also, of course, whenever I went in the doors at Hallowicked 98, I was given the Pumpkin Carver single, which also featured TwiZtiD, and I thought that was hella fresh as well. So almost immediately, as soon as I was able to hear their music, I was a fan of TwiZtiD, and still am a fan over 20 years later. And what we're going to do now is hear about TwiZtiD releasing Mostasteless.
1998, that's when it started. That's when everything was like coming together. We dropped Mostasteless. Y'all boo. Didn't matter though. We were in a test. It was an experiment to find out which way to go we had. No paint, masks, powder, pasty little vampires.
At one point, we was wearing like baby powder and to like simulate the creepy, loopy goth vampires is what everybody called it. You know, but I'm a fat kid and I sweat a lot, so I would get like little dingleberries all over my face. That shit was nasty as hell.
We had contacts, no paint, no contacts, and then finally a hit.
Yeah, theatrics has always been a big part of what we do. When we got signed to Psychopathic, it was the perfect place for us to be because that's like how they present their stuff. It's theatrics, we do themes, we do shows. So obviously, you know, that was the perfect place for us and what we were looking to do.
See, all this was just in a good attempt to be different, not just come out and be the with the top, just boring. It's like to add more to it than just music. Also something to look at.
We're nationwide. We're starting to go on tour. We're getting ready to headline our own tour for the first time ever. We were going to be in a tour bus on the road, going and playing shows for people who wanted to hear us. That's some shit. Alright? I'm letting you know, that's some powerful shit.
Psychopathic put it out. It's like, hell yeah, look at this shit. Bam. Next thing you know, like a couple weeks after that, Alex was like, we got to pull the record off. What?
We just signed with Island.
And as you heard Monoxide Child say right there, the original OG hooded version of the album was pulled whenever they signed with Island and decided to re-release Most Tasteless on Island. And what was changed with the record was the Smoke Breaks was taken out, Murder, Murder, Murder was taken out, Meat Cleaver was taken out, Somebody Dissing You was taken out, and She Ain't Afraid was taken out. I actually got a funny story about She Ain't Afraid. She Ain't Afraid is like the only song that's ever gotten me and my chick in trouble at the time. Go all the way back to 1998, and to prove it was 1998, as a gift, I just bought my girl at the time a Limp Bizkit tank top. And whenever I gave it to her, we was in her room, and she wanted to put the tank top on. So she turns her back to me, and we're actually listening to She Ain't Afraid as she's changing into her new shirt. And as she's changing into her new shirt, she turns her back to me because we were just dating like a couple weeks at this time. So she was still kind of being modest a little bit, or trying to at least. So she takes the shirt off, and right as she takes the shirt off, because we're listening to She Ain't Afraid at the time, her mom comes charging into the room to tell her to turn that song off. And whenever she does, she sees her daughter turned around with her shirt off with her boyfriend of about 2 weeks sitting on the bed right there. So that wasn't a good look for either of us, and we kind of got in a little bit of trouble after that. But I always look back on it fondly. That's pretty much the only song that's ever gotten me any kind of trouble like that. And if you've heard that song, you know exactly why parents weren't wanting their kids to be listening to that song. I mentioned Murder, Murder, Murder was another song taken off there, and that's one of my all-time favorite TwiZtiD songs ever. And we got a little bit of Murder, Murder, Murder live right now.
But she don't see me on my notice. I get straight to my bedroom window for better focus. Hocus pocus, I see the door sunlight. I let myself in red room with my hammer and man. There she goes, yeah, that bitch laid. Living on this earth to my dismay. Time to pay. Arms is swinging on the body. I got the knife out of my back, jamming in her stomach. Again and again, and now she's screaming like I care. But I can give a fuck. Before she dies, I grab her by her butt so bad. Until the shit from me gon' fight on my end. I'm letting it happen this way. Back in my daughter's life, but getting in the shade. Dedicate to this. And life goes on, except for one less bit. Ain't it a trip? Murder, 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 murder. What? You never heard of that part. What? Bodies in the hearse. Now your life's gone. You took to die. Time to kiss your ass goodbye. Let's go. Call it murder, 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 murder. You never heard of it wrong in reverse. Bodies in the hearse. Now your life's gone. Cause we wanted you to die. Time to kiss your ass goodbye. The rest gone. It was Tuesday, December 24th, 97. Time on the clock, 1:11. Thinking about sending somebody to heaven. On the cross was the fate of a soul. Lights in my hands, touch the walls. Now I'm wearing dark clothes. Parked on the side street, screaming out the scene.
And TwiZtiD just didn't sit around until the re-release of Most Tasteless came out on Island. What they did was jump on the Fat or Whack sampler with ICP, and they dropped the first ever listen to Rock the Dead. And whenever Juggalos heard Rock the Dead, they knew shit was about to be flipped with TwiZtiD. They knew TwiZtiD had stepped their game up to a whole nother level. There was ninjas that back in 99 during the dial-up internet service of that horrible internet service back then, that would take hours to download one song. What they had done is they took the little snippet from the verse that they played on the Fatter Wax sampler of Rock the Dead and just looped it over and over so they could just kind of listen to Rock the Dead without having to listen to the rest of the album, because it was like a 15 to 20 minute album and it was only like a 45-second snippet of Rock the Dead, and people was loving it so much they just snipped it out and played it on loop. And that's just how in to Rock the Dead that Juggalos was. And what I'm actually going to do right now is play third portion of Fatter Whack, where they debuted Rock the Dead.
Your mama sucks my
Okay, we'll move back over here to team number 2. TwiZtiD, are you ready?
Man, fuck you. We ready?
Do you have a song selected?
Yeah, we got a song.
Which one you want to go with?
Man, it don't matter. This
They
motherfucker.
booing everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rock the Dead. Fuck it.
Bank bitch.
Bitch. Fuck you. This is TwiZtiD, Rock the Dead. Fat or Whack?
lights of the depths of hell. Walk through the time flux hand in hand with clear mind. Thoughts are harmonious like the rhythm of wind chimes. Peel back the rind and examine the fruit. Rotten to the core, buried in their best suits. Maggots crawling out their face, eyes sunk in their head. Throw your fucking arms up and rock the dead.
Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, fat or whack? Oh, as if that was some sort of surprise. This audience feels...
That shit was whack!
Okay.
And TwiZtiD definitely did not disappoint once Juggalos were able to hear the full-on track of Rock the Dead. They were definitely into that. Other new tracks on Mostasteless Island version included Spin the Bottle, Blink, Bury Me Alive, and Hound Dogs, and Juggalos all fell in love with those. Those are Juggalo classics. Anytime any of those songs get played live in concert, Juggalos go wild. And speaking of live in concert, I'm actually going to play right now Spin the Bottle from the Juggalo Gathering 2008.
With nipple-licking love, sporting cowboy boots and a fluorescent glove. I lasso you up and then I jump on your back. I need no saddle, I just can't hold my nutsack. Nuts up the bag and I'm finna get this whole bottle still spinning and my sack about to blow. Be my place of chip, stop the front end. Let's get this game and get down the bucket. Come on. We're going It's me, Jamie, mad, trying to play his dream. I tap and touch and tickle till you melt like ice cream. I know you want my body, fat kids are so sexy. Take off all of your clothes, come over here and get next to me, bitch. I'm in chain, baby, the wizard of the streets. Sporting your panties just to show you I'm a thief. I slide in your bed for a cotton supply. You got it, gotta make them slip on your inner thigh. Give it to me, 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 give it to me. I'm dying to see. You can call me the plumber, cause I stick to trade. But buttermilk, love nugget, that be the name. I swings to the left, cause I'm swift with my meat. Then I tickle, twist your nipples off with a flip.
I'm dying to see. Spin the bottle, baby, and give it to me.
Spin number 2, and my chances looking good already. One and now I'm looking for a friend. Make a difference, I really don't care. The size or the shape, as long as she got head and hair. Give it to me.
Who's going next? I'm dying to see. Spin the bottle, baby, and give it to me.
No, I ain't tripping, pink punch so wet, never bang and slipping. One quicker than a vampire. She replied like a kid, better traction. If I hit it from the side, I'll hit it. Bitch, let me get some lead. I'm trying to leave this other thing on your mama bed.
Who's going next? I'm dying to see. Spin the bottle, baby, and give it to me.
It's me again, Jay. I would love to turn you out, but I think I'll pass. Cause your shit is blew out. You just hold this shit together for something, baby, oh. Or maybe you can let me holler at your booty hole. Come on. Give it to me. 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 Give me that bitch.
And with the second version of Mostasteless, actually the third, if you go all the way back, old school Juggalos, of course, remember that the very first version of Most Tasteless was actually called the Fetus cover, as it had fetuses on the cover. That's super rare. I don't even really consider that a release because it was so rare that only pretty much ninjas in Detroit had a couple of day chance to get that. But then there was the what's called the OG hoodie cover, which I was talking about, and then of course the Island re-release, and they schooled it. All three of those albums are very sought after by Juggalos. The Fetus cover original is one of the holy grails for TwiZtiD collectors. The OG cover is something that Juggalos want to have because, like I said, it's got those other songs on them. Those other songs have been out on other releases and things like that, but you want the classic OG, how it was meant to be heard. Smoke breaks on there in between the songs. It's an awesome album. Definitely one that Juggalo collectors go after, and even the Island release has become something that is kind of sought after. And I know also this past year the Most Tasteless vinyl was put out by Magic Ninja, which is hella awesome as well. So this album just continues to live on. They went on a tour from it. It's an absolute masterpiece whenever you look, especially if you put together every track. If you take both of the album versions and add those two together, man, that's a masterpiece right there. Put them on the map. One other thing I wanted to talk about before ending this version of the program was back in August of 99, they jumped on the Amazing Jekyll Brothers tour for a little while. I actually went to that tour date in St. Louis, but unfortunately by the time I got there, I do believe it was Monoxide that was having some kind of traveling issues, maybe with parole or something like that, but TwiZtiD had dropped off the tour, unfortunately. But I do remember TwiZtiD from that tour because it was the first time I ever bought any TwiZtiD merchandise as far as t-shirts or anything. Me and my girl at the time that I was talking about, Ashley, we both bought TwiZtiD serial killer shirts. Unfortunately, throughout the concert, we bought them at the very beginning of the show, and throughout the concerts, we ended up losing those t-shirts and went back and bought some more t-shirts later on. I actually got the Jamie Madrox animation t-shirt, which is, if you know the disc art on the Island re-release of Most Tasteless, it's kind of like that on the front of it, so it's hella old school. I still got it to this day. It's so old and washed so many times. It's pretty much been washed apart to where it's not even really cotton anymore. You can hold it up to the light and see through it. But it was cool to be able to pick up some TwiZtiD flavor at that Amazing Jekyll Brothers tour stop. And once the Amazing Jekyll Brothers and Most Tasteless hype really started, there was an AP magazine release that featured 3 separate covers, one of Violent J, one of Shaggy 2 Dope, and then one that was super dope. I still own to this day one of my favorite pieces of merchandise. It's got TwiZtiD and ICP on the cover of it, as ICP was doing big things and helping TwiZtiD blow up. Anytime ICP had an opportunity, seemingly it seemed like they brought TwiZtiD on, and they brought them that photo shoot, and they got in the actual magazine and on the cover. Pretty damn dope. There was a version of the Dirt Ball released, the song Dirt Ball by ICP and TwiZtiD, that was released in those actual magazines. You could get the single. It was inside a little cellophane, the magazine was, holding the single. That was pretty dope. But that's going to about wrap up the first chapter of Generation TwiZtiD. I want to remind you, a new episode will drop every TwiZtiD Tuesday on FagoLovers.net. And you can hear the audio version through Fago Lovers, and the video version of this very Generation TwiZtiD documentary will go up every TwiZtiD Tuesday as well on the Homers Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out. I'm Brandon Ward. Stay TwiZtiD.
Give me head, fire fucking You kill every